Good morning, world.
Good morning.
All right, I have a comment here, Cedric. It's an old comment.
Okay.
It says, you ever going to make it to Tennessee and no luck bringing Cedric? We're going to talk about that today.
Is Cedric going to Tennessee? Stay tuned. I'm Cedric.
And I'm Brian, and this is Cedric and Brian. Welcome back.
So this isn't a music reaction or a cultural. This is just a personal video about...
Kind of cultural.
Okay.
It's the culture of why people are fleeing California.
What people?
I just said people.
You said why? I said white people.
Why people are fleeing commie.
I gotta get my
Wow.
ears checked.
Jeez. Let's just do a reaction.
White people are fleeing California.
So for those of you just tuning in and like, what are these two idiots talking about? I will be moving to Tennessee. I bought land out there with two of my sisters and some lifelong friends. We bought 20 acres out in a place called Smithville, Tennessee, out in Middle Tennessee. Mm-hmm. And we're building our own homes on this piece of land. And people are asking if Cedric's going to make it out there. Is it going to be the end of Cedric and Brian? Even had a friend of mine ask that.
Yeah.
And he said, I had to talk to him about something. He said, is Cedric going to go out when you move out there? Because he knows about my move. Because he watches Tennessee Time. Look it up on YouTube.
I'm sure Brian will put the link in the description box.
Yes, I will actually have a video at the end of this. So stay tuned or fast forward to the end and click on our videos for Tennessee.
Do you want me to address this off the bat?
Yeah, I'm sure. I mean, I'm just going to show you that people care, and it's not just me. One says, love you guys. Are you still moving to Tennessee? Really off topic, we are going to Tennessee. We're looking for possibly move. Any suggestions? But this one was good. It says, I'm so glad you confirmed that you are black. I was wondering. But then at the end it said, I escaped California this past September and moved to Tennessee as well. Cedric, you're next.
Yes.
Are you next, Cedric?
Well, in short, let me give you the long answer without Brian interrupting me, which is very hard to do if you watch any of our other videos.
You know what? I'm going to drink while he's talking. That way I can't talk.
Oh, you'll find a way.
Maybe.
So what you're looking at here is over 2 decades of friendship. If you guys don't know the story of Cedric and Brian, we met in a gym. I was the original Steve Urkel. Brian came to the gym, had pity upon me, and say, hey, little fella, would you like to work out with me? I said yes, and that was the inception of Cedric and Brian's friendship. So we've been family. And we said in an earlier video, I forgot what reaction we did, that in today's culture, when men are friends, it's kind of looked at with a strange eye. So to address that concern right off the bat, no, we are not gay.
Not that there's anything wrong with that.
So to answer the question shortly, will Cedric and Brian continue? Yes, mainly because of technology. Long term, well, do I plan on moving to Tennessee? Yes. When people make moves, whether it be with a job or they move whatever, it's different factors. Me and Brian, although we're the best of friends, there are different things in our lives that are going on where it makes sense for him to move to Tennessee now because he's taken his entire family with him. For those of you who don't know, my mom and dad are still in relatively good health. They live an hour from me. My sister and my biological nieces and nephews are still here. I have 2 of my 3 children who are still in the area. And for those of you guys who don't know, getting tired of it, I have a grandson coming in July. So all these things are going into play as to why I'm not making that move yet. And Brian wanted me to throw in the fact that I am dating an incredible woman. And I'm going to say all this stuff about her because she's not going to watch our video anyway. So she's not going to know about all the love that I am throwing at her. But the chances are, as Beyonce said, I will be putting a ring on it pretty soon. And she has 2 out of her 3 kids that are still here. And a lot of things going into place. But I think the question you guys want to know is, will Cedric and Brian continue? The answer is yes.
Yes, I'm just going to make it look like this. We'll be in 2 different boxes. I'll make it look seamless. Hopefully if I do it right, you won't even know we're not in the same room. Cedric, if you caught that, 2 of his 3 children are here. But where's the other one, Cedric?
She is in North Carolina.
Oh, that's a neighbor to Tennessee.
Yes, it is. But she's a flight attendant, so I can just hop on a plane and just fly out to Tennessee whenever I feel like it.
That's true.
Because as dad, I get those privileges. Membership has its privileges.
Yeah. So, and speaking of privileges, you want to tell them about the ticket you got out of again? This guy gets out of more tickets, man. I don't believe the narrative one bit.
We've had this running joke for years, but if you guys haven't watched our channel in the political and cultural aspect, there's that narrative out there that the cops are always after black people. They're always after black people. So I've had this fun game with Brian and other white friends that when I get pulled over, I get out of a ticket. It was just last week. I was in downtown LA. I take that back. I was in Pasadena, a very congested area. And I was making a U-turn because the building I wanted to get to was on the left side and I was on the right side. And I didn't want to wait for the light. And there were 3 other cars in front of me about to make that turn. So I just crossed the double yellow line and pulled right in front of the building. Motorcycle cop comes up to me, license, registration. How you doing, sir? My name is Cedric. Beautiful day. The smile. This smile has gotten me out of so many things. And it's also provided a lot. Well, I won't get into that. It's gotten me out of so many things I can't even count. And so I think I sent Brian the picture. He'll probably put it up right here where I kind of flashed the ticket and I sent it to him via text. And the comments I got from him and the other people I sent it to was just the same, like, you get out of every ticket.
It wasn't a ticket. It just said warning.
Oh, it was a warning.
Really
Sorry.
big
It was a
warning.
It was like, don't do that again. I said, you know what, sir? You take care. Have an awesome day. And hey, I appreciate you and everything you do.
I've never been able to get out of a ticket, especially crossing a double yellow and making a legal U-turn. This guy, and that's not the first. Just this past year, he parked in a no parking place, got caught, got out of it.
That story's even better because
I know.
I was picking up my nephew from football practice, and there's a parking spot right next to a prison, a prison with a barbed wire on top, and there's no less than 20 signs that say, there's no parking here, there's no parking here, there's no parking here. I parked there. Police came up and said, and the reason we don't want you parking there is because you're by a prison. We don't know if the car is running and inmates are going to jump the fence and hop in the car. And I said, you know what, officer, I understand. I understand that. And I wish people were more sensitive to the things you guys go through. And he said, don't, it's okay. It's okay. Here, just don't do it again.
He didn't even have to do that.
Be more careful.
Ridiculous. So my question was, when he got pulled over for making that U-turn, I said, they didn't drag you out of the car and put you on the ground?
It's like, nah.
I'm not paying my local
Well,
taxes
it does,
anymore.
like I was joking, but it helps them when I get pulled over. I pull out my phone automatically and I start recording like, aha, now what do you want to do?
Did you really do that?
No, I didn't do
See,
that.
he did not do that. If he did that, he probably would have got the ticket.
Yes, exactly.
Because he's being confrontational.
The moral of those 2 stories, if you treat police with respect, chances are you'll get a ticket. I'm the only one that gets away with it.
Yeah.
But treat them with respect anyway.
So we have a thing. It's not black privilege. It's not white privilege. It's Cedric privilege.
It is what it is. What's the purpose of this video game? Tennessee. Me going to Tennessee.
Yes. Is Cedric and Brian going to continue? The answer is yes.
Absolutely.
Again, you guys don't see this, but this studio that you're watching this in is literally, what is it? Maybe 10 by 10? I mean, it's a small little bedroom.
Yeah.
10 by 12 or
10
something.
by 12.
We're crammed in here. I've got all my, I don't know if you see this, I've got my guitars and my keyboards and my computer. Everything is just sitting there behind us. And we have this little place that we're filming right here. I'm building a studio in the new place, which is going to be much bigger than this.
And how nice will that studio be? It depends on how much you donate to the Venmo.
That's right. Forget this.
So the more you donate, the nicer the studio will be, and Cedric and Brian will continue.
And then you have to help me out on my second channel, which is called, again, Tennessee Time. And you can see the journey that I am taking with my friends and family.
Yes.
And it's going to be ongoing about the build. For those of you who want to move out of California, you don't have to go to Tennessee. I mean, there's lots of nice states. People stay in California because they think it has great weather. We live in what's called the Inland Empire. And, we'll admit the weather is good because it's mainly sunny, except for this past year. But, I mean, it gets in the hundreds for a lot of the summer here.
Right.
There's more to life than weather. There's quality of life and the stress levels. And, we just finally made the decision. I love California. I grew up here, but this is not the California that Cedric and I grew up in. It's just not.
Yes. And Brian and I talked about this earlier. One of the reasons I'm leaving California. And very similar to Brian, we're both Southern California, not just California, Southern California, born and raised. He was more of a beach kid, growing up in Costa Mesa.
You were close to the beach too.
I was near
lie.
Santa Monica, but I was more inland, living that thug life that I live.
Whatever. Thug life in his private school.
But and I thought, like Brian has alluded to, that I'm thinking, why would you ever leave California? Because when I was young, you would meet people from other states and they would ask you, where do you live? And when you told them California, or like more specifically for me, Los Angeles, there was almost like they looked at you like and you were glowing. But now I'm almost embarrassed to tell people where I live. I was down in LA last week, impromptu, because it was nostalgic for me, kind of being around the area where I grew up. And I took up my phone and I started recording a homeless area.
I'm thinking one day we're actually petrified. We can come down here to downtown LA and maybe interview some of these homeless people and ask them point blank, what got you on the streets, what's keeping you on the streets.
And you see when that video cuts off, I don't know if you can hear it, there's a guy who says, what do you have the camera out for? And that's when I put the camera away, went up and talked to him, and I said, me and my friend are thinking about, coming down here and interviewing people down here and seeing what's going on. But that wasn't, Brian said, you're doing that by yourself. I am not going down there.
No, sir.
But and it's sad. And I think, like Brian said, it is not the California that I once knew. Mm-hmm. And I have kids who are adults. And like I said, I have a grandchild coming. And I've told my son, I said, if you and your wife, my daughter-in-law, have a chance to leave this state, do it. Because I do not want my grandson being raised in this environment. It is not healthy. And it doesn't lead to good, strong leadership when everything is just handed to you.
And it's not just LA. I mean, like you said, I grew up near the beaches, and some of the beaches are still nice. They're way too congested now, but some of the beaches we went to are filled with homeless. You go to Venice Beach, and it used to be a fun place to go people watch, kind of like Miami, which is a great place, and it's still a great place to people watch. Venice Beach, I mean, there was times when there was human feces on the ground there. Mm-hmm. I don't know if that's still going on. I went back to San Diego because I spent a lot of my youth in San Diego because I went to San Diego State. And the beach areas there now, I took my kids there and I got out of there pretty quick because there was a fight that happened right in front of us. It's just not the same state. So anyways, we just wanted to answer your questions on what's going to happen with this channel. Again, I won't be leaving here for a while. They just started building my house. And if you want to see the whole journey again, Tennessee time.
He's building a special room for me. It's going to be bigger than the master bedroom. I made him feel guilty for calling it master bedroom, and it shall be the primary room, or the Cedric room.
Well, I guess he considers the stables bigger than the master is.
I got to sleep in the stables with the horses. Dang.
But you wanted a bedroom bigger than the primary bedroom.
So I'm going to be more specific next time.
To end this video, I'm going to give you a little trailer to Tennessee time. Okay, so stay tuned for that. It's basically our intro video for Tennessee time. So Cedric, do your like, subscribe, and we'll lead right into it.
I forgot my lines. No, make sure you like, subscribe, ring that bell, and continue sharing our channel and sharing Tennessee time, as you're going to see later on, with everyone you know. And for those of you who have been with us from the very beginning, thank you for riding along with us. We appreciate you and we love you. And until next time, stay tuned for this video. But I'm Cedric.
And I'm Brian. Enjoy.